Good morning. My name is Troy Lagore. This is for my assignment, Cultural and Perspective, How Worldview Shapes Understanding. The article that I picked was Shakespeare in the Bush by Laura Bohannan from Natural History 1966. The article is about a woman that has traveled to a Western culture to observe their way of living. She instead learns a new perspective of a world-known American tale, Hamlet, when she shares with the people of the village at story time. The ethnocentric bias within the article is when the author automatically believes that the story of Hamlet was universal and that the people of the village could relate to the tale. The story challenges the norm of one's cultural value a few times in the story, one of which is the mentioning of ghosts, interacting with the living. The people of the village did not believe in ghosts interacting with the living. A specific unique norm I chose is our celebration of Halloween. In most culture, the celebration is seen to be devil worshiping or the night of the living dead or something like that. As far as a worldview are concerned, it is frowned upon by many cultures. The best practice of communication across cultures when it comes to incorporating worldviews and perception as a heavy influence would be respect and empathy for me. I believe that if a lot of people would learn to respect one another's decisions, and respect how other folks decides to live their life and understand that it is not our job to, we can try to help them or lead them or help them see the way, per se. But at the end of the day, their choices are their own. A personal experience of a cultural misunderstanding would have to be marriage for me. In the book, it is mentioned through her story time that the people of the Western culture believe that a chief is allowed to have many wives to help him clean, take up the slack in the field, and help him focus on entertaining his guests and things. Um, yeah, it has to be marriage. A man is allowed to have more than one wife, even though in some religion practice, a man and woman is allowed to have more than one husband or wife. Um, Finally, the most significant lesson from this article would be to not judge a book by its cover. Just because something looks one way doesn't necessarily mean that you know them or you're familiar with them or their understanding or their cultural backgrounds as well. Um, this is seen when the author just knew that the story of Hamlet was not familiar to the villagers. She believed that the tale was universal. In the beginning of the tale, she realized that it wasn't that easy. Uh, and by the end of the article, she also realized that just because you say something one way doesn't mean that it's not relatable. Oftentimes you have to break it down. Once they broke down the understanding and the meaning of the tale of Hamlet, they was able to give her a brand new perspective of the story. Uh, yeah, my references were Shakespeare in the Bush by Laura Bohannan, from Natural History 1966. Thank you.